Don't get too comfortable. This won't take long.
Yeah, okay. You just let me know when you figured it out.
Jiraiya's confidence here shows the difficulty of the jutsu. He doesn't take Naruto seriously for a reason. It's because what he said is practically impossible.
I was hoping for maybe 40 winks, but that was more like 840.
Yeah, Jiraiya is just rage baiting. He really was ahead of his time. It's subtle, but Naruto's spinning of the water balloon actually does improve throughout the day, which shows how much he was brute forcing his training up to this point.
A good way to build up chakra in the body is to spin it into a tight spiral, like a spring. Whether the chakra spins to the left or the right depends on the individual.
The idea that chakra spins a certain way is really cool. It's creative, and speaking of creative, the fact that they can find out what way their chakra spins based off how their hair grows is also sick. Two tiny details working together like this provide a lot to Naruto as a show, and it makes the world seem really thought through.
Man, I never even knew my hair rotated. Forget about which way.
Does hair rotate? That might be a dumb question. Oh god, people are gonna think I'm bald now. It's over.
With a little effort, even a slow learner can get this one. I know that you can do it.
Okay, but Naruto isn't really a slow learner when it comes to big things like this. He's only slow when it comes to simple stuff, which is interesting.
I bet you in 3 days, I'll have this whole thing nailed. You won't be smiling then.
3 days?
Yeah, we'll see about that. Since we know it doesn't take him 3 days to master rasengan, I'm gonna count the days it takes for him to master the water balloon technique. This is technically day 1. And that will be very important later.
Yes, and it took the 4th Hokage 3 whole years to perfect it.
To be fair though, right? Creating a jutsu seems a lot harder than learning one. You know, it's like how it's harder to write the blueprint than it is to follow it.
In terms of difficulty, this is the 2nd hardest jutsu of all. It's one of the master rank ninjutsu.
If Rasengan's the hardest jutsu to master, what's the first? Like, reanimation? Am I just being, like, stupid? Is it revealed? You want to know the best thing about Naruto mastering Rasengan? Naruto, at this point, is facing a huge wall he must overcome. It's the 2nd hardest jutsu to master, which shows how much physical strength it's gonna need. But in reality, to master the Rasengan, you need more mental strength than anything. We see Naruto training throughout this arc, but a lot of his huge improvements come through mental fortitude and overcoming doubt. This plays back into Naruto's mindset, and why he's such an inspiring character. Anyone that's had to work hard to get better at something they don't naturally exceed in can relate to Naruto. And if your favorite arc is Search for Tsunade, there's a chance this is the reason without you even knowing it. In the future, I'll have a lot more words about this aspect of the Rasengan training and Naruto as a character, so that's all I'll say for now.
It took the 4th Hokage 3 years. And he was the best.
No. The 4th Hokage was not the best. Best of recent memory. Sure, I'll give you that. But not the best of all time. That's just not right. The moon is used to track time in this episode, and this is a waxing gibbous. Mark it down that the moon was a waxing gibbous on the first day of Naruto's training. This will be important later.
Leave him alone now, Whiskers. Come on down.
Canonically, this cat's name is Whiskers, but I think that's stupid, so he's gonna be called Cockeren for the rest of this. And you'll never know why.
I don't have 3 years to waste on this jutsu!
We can see it's day 2 now, so there's that. But also, Naruto had almost 3 years to work on... Type in the comments what he worked on, let's do a little test. My point is, I think he did have 3 years to work on this, but that's just me.
What do I gotta do?
More moon continuity. In the real world, it's on average that each part of the moon cycle lasts around 3 days, and Naruto actually follows this. So even though it may seem like a day passed, it's actually been 3 more. This is further proven by Naruto's tally marks on this tree, as this specific tally actually means 4, as in this is day 4.
It's been 3 days, and nothing! It stretches, but it won't burst!
This is some weird wording, and it's probably the reason why people get confused. It's been 3 full days, this would be the 4th. I really don't know why Naruto worded it like this. I think, this is my 4th day out here would have been just fine. This is day 5, the day he gets the first part down. That's kind of insane, by the way. 5 days and he gets the first part of a master level jutsu down? That's crazy.
What's wrong with me?
Naruto's handshaking is a great tone setter. So far up to this point, this training has had a vibe around it where he seems to be approaching it like his other training. But right here, all of that stops. It clearly shows that this isn't anything like Naruto's previous training. He's gonna really need to work for this. He needs to face this training head on. There's no Nine Tails chakra, no prodigy, no nothing that's gonna move that rock. Wrong show. I made that comparison for a reason though, cause both trainings are insanely similar. I'm sure I'll mention it a couple more times. I like how Kakaren is the one that gives Naruto the inspiration behind how he does Rasengan. He's weird and thinks outside the box. So him realizing what to do from a cat is somehow natural for his character.
So, that's the first phase of training. What's next?
This is just so cool. You don't see Naruto initially do it, but by how fast it is, you can tell he mastered it. This is just a me thing, but why does Naruto use his left hand to hold the balloon? He's right-handed, so if he was using the left hand as a base, then the Rasengan would end up in his non-dominant hand, which just isn't practical. Two birds. One's Naruto and one's Jiraiya. But did you know there's actually a third? That one's actually Goggles, since he's actually right here.
I guess that little tip I gave you helped out after all.
Actually, I've really got him to thank.
Don't hold Kakaren like that. Lock in.
If it was gonna burst, I had to get the water spinning in a bunch of different directions, bumping into itself.
It's kind of weird it took him so long to realize that the chakra was going in different directions. You know, considering the Rasengan looks like chakra spinning in a bunch of different directions. Then again, Naruto is weird, or interesting rather, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah! Enough with the kid stuff. What's next? Weapons or...
Here you go.
A rubber ball, hey.
I love how simple the Rasengan training actually is. You get a water balloon, then a rubber ball, and then you hit a tree a bunch of times and now you've got an insane jutsu. And no, it isn't more than that. Why would you think it is? It's not like there's two halves to the Rasengan training. Nah, no way.
Let's see if you can pop this one.
Something about the rubber ball is how quickly you can see that it's going to be a lot harder. Look at how Jiraiya popped this. You can just tell it's a whole new problem.
I said I'd be your teacher, not your father or your best friend. I'm not here to hold your hand. You have to do this by yourself, or not at all.
This might somehow piss certain people off, so I'm just gonna leave a trigger warning here. I think Jiraiya had the right intention here, but said it terribly. Naruto does have to do this on his own. He won't gain anything from it if Jiraiya's holding his hand through it. With that being said, he went way too far. It was just a terrible way of putting it, and Jiraiya is one of the only people that would have sympathy for Naruto and his whole situation. So it's just insensitive, and it makes him seem like a really bad person. Okay, so now the moon is at a waning crescent, and in this shot, we can see that Naruto is on day 15. But something to note is that Naruto completed the first stage on day 5, but also started the second stage on day 5. So, this is actually day 11 of the second part of Naruto's training. Now we're at this shot, which, even though it's blurry, shows that Naruto's on day 24 of his Rasengan training, but in day 20 of his stage 2 training.
Naruto,
What are you doing here, pervy sage?
I want you to hop into town and grab me some lunch.
Huh?
I just want to point out real quick, Jiraiya left town to ask Naruto to go into town and get him lunch. This guy.
No, we'll share. Besides, what would your mother say if I let you spoil your supper?
Okay.
This is just a really sad moment for a lot of reasons. First off, it's Naruto being jealous for not having that kind of relationship. But on top of that, it's him being sad since Jiraiya, a grown-up who very well could be in that position for Naruto, just shot him down. He almost had that connection, but in his current headspace, he sees it as gone. And he's lamenting in that. It brings him down mentally, and he needs something to bring himself back up.
It's up to you to figure out by yourself, Naruto. Otherwise, there's no point in even learning it for all the good it will do you. I thought I made it clear 3 weeks ago.
Okay, this is what all that day and night tracking has come down to. I'm just gonna be that guy since Jiraiya's been very unlikable in this episode. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're very wrong. It's been 20 days, not 21. You suck.
Stop acting like a helpless child. You're a ninja.
This is Naruto being kicked while he's down. He doesn't want a teacher, he wants a father figure, but Jiraiya just doubled down. You can tell he's upset, but the saddest part about it is his response. He hides it and doesn't let it show, because he feels the need to seem unbothered. This only adds to his mental anguish, but what makes Naruto as a character so great is his response, which we'll get into. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in way too deep, so we're sticking with it. He's at day 31 of his training, day 27 of his stage 2 training. Just pray this is the end.
I have to give it all I've got or it'll never pop. But what if all I've got isn't enough?
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, so just get ready. Personally, I don't think Naruto as a character is a loser, but, and please don't take this the wrong way, I think his character appeals to quote-unquote losers. And I don't mean like actual losers, I mean people that don't naturally exceed and people that need to work like crazy for their goals. This moment is him speaking directly to that audience as a voice for that inner thought of, what if I'm not good enough? His response and achieving of such goals acts as a message to that audience, telling them directly, you can do it. Naruto just made a huge step. In fact, it was a giant leap and it felt as such. He got to this point by mental fortitude and by overcoming his own self-doubt. What do you think people that relate to Naruto can gather from that? I'll tell you in a second.
You've come far and all on your own.
Naruto was earlier in a negative mindset because of what Jiraiya told him, but even though he was in this negative mindset, he persisted with his goal and didn't lose sight. He went through mental and physical hurdles, and is now rewarded. What do you think people that relate to Naruto would gather from that? Now, I'll tell you. This shows that persistence and perseverance is essential to growth. Naruto just went through hardship after hardship and rose above his situation. Now, you can do the same. This is a really good episode of Naruto, and it shows that it doesn't need action to be great. A lot of shonen out there are dependent on its action and fight scenes, but Naruto just made a training episode almost perfect. That's something not a whole lot of shows can do, but Naruto just did it. Something I really like about this episode is the animation. Anytime there was a sunset involved in this episode, it looked really good. Not only that, but the water looked nice, and I mean, backgrounds always looked kinda cool. Jiraiya was really annoying in this episode, but that was pretty important for the episode as a whole, as well as it being in character. He also makes a good turnaround, so there's that. Can't really hate. Naruto is amazing in this episode. It's been a while since he was the standout in the episode, since we've had Itachi and Sasuke to deal with, but this episode is really good at re-reminding the viewer he's the main character. On top of that, it's just a great episode for his growth. And yeah, that's about it. If you want to support me more than just watching this video, you can become a member on Patreon. Next episode, Focal Point, the Mark of the Leaf. Mark?